Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back to Daddy's Workshop. Today on the channel, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna talk about my 7 top things that I love about my lifted truck. All right, and here she is in all of her glory. Now, I have probably spent about 18 to 19 months building this truck. If you've been around for a while on the channel, you know there's probably about 7 or 8 videos sitting up about it, which is great. We've done a ton of mods to it. I've really enjoyed it. It does drive great for me. I don't really mind the tire whine, but I want to go through the actual individual pieces that it took to go ahead and build this, and let's go ahead and start with number 1. So sitting inside of here, we have a set of Max Track lift struts. You can kind of see how they're all set up down in here. Those guys were about 350 bucks, and I got them used off of eBay. They were probably built in the early 2000s. They're super duper strong. They're very thick. These are a couple inches thick all the way around, and they do an amazing job. They basically take the stock geometry of the truck and they keep it. The only thing that is affecting the geometry of the truck is what I'm going to show you next, and that's going to be my number 2. All right, everybody, this is my number 2. We have got a 2-inch spacer sitting in here. We are on the passenger side. And the reason that I did this initially, before I did anything, I popped this spacer in here, and I did it because as the truck would drive and I would hit my brakes, it would dive. You know, basically the front end of the truck would drip down every time I would hit the brakes, and I really didn't like it. And I had read that if you put a spacer in there and that you tighten up the coils and the strut, it's gonna go ahead and fix it. And it did that immediately. On this side, sorry about the noise, everybody. I am by a busy road. There's another extra piece sitting right here below the 2-inch spacer. This is called the lean-to spacer. Gives you about a 1/2 inch of clearance, and that is done so that when you fill up the gas tank and you are sitting on the driver's side, that extra weight that is there still allows you to be level. So I am less than 1/4 inch or 3/8 of an inch level between this side to the ground and on the other side as well. So I'm pretty happy with the stance. I've really enjoyed it. Let's go ahead and let's get on to number 3. All right, so number 3 is a little harder to get to, but I think it should be easy to see from this end. It's basically those 4-inch blocks right there. I found those on eBay for about 35 bucks. I picked them up. They fit just great. They also run with, I believe, the Chevy Colorado. And I didn't really have any issues with them. I had to go ahead and get new U-bolts, and you can see how they're a little rusty on the bottom because that's where I had to do a lot of the cutting and a lot of the turning myself. Again, I got another great video. We'll go ahead and link that right up above to sort of watch you how that do. But yeah, the blocks have been great. They haven't caused me any problems. And now we're getting on to number 4. And number 4 are the Rough Country shocks. These are the standard ones. They go anywhere from 2.5 to 5 inches. They've done a great job. They're nice and soft. They're not really giving me any problems. Again, I get a good stance, and you can actually see the amount of travel that they have sitting down in here. We've got what, close to 3 inches. They do an amazing job. I really do like them. And again, at 50 bucks, they're not giving me any issues at all. I'll go ahead and link their video right up there. So the next one I have here is in 2 spots. The first one's right here, and these are new brake lines I got from Modify. They were 50 bucks for the front. And then here in the back, you can see I had to go ahead and get a brake lift up lever so that I could connect everything sitting right here. Now right here, you'll notice that this guy's not connected. It can't be because I'd really have to go ahead and bend that line, so I've just kind of lifted how it is. But then on the other side it is, and it doesn't cause me any issues. And one last brake item I want to go ahead and show you that came along with this rear brake kit was through my e-brake. It's sitting right here. It's this bracket right here. It actually drops it down about 2 inches so that it's a little bit easier to connect in with the drum brakes. They're just sitting on the back. All right, and last but not least is a carrier bearing shim. You'll notice on here, I went through a couple of different shims to utilize this. I ended up going with one that was a 1/2 inch thick. I initially had a 3/4 inch in one, and I still got a little bit of drive shaft wobble as I was driving down the road. But honestly, with going with this guy right here, it really went ahead and fixed all of the issues. So again, I'll link that video right up top, and you guys can check that one out too. All right, and last but not least are gonna be my Fuel 18x9 Covert rims with Duratrack 275 70/18 tires. These things are great. They haven't given me any issues. If you remember, I bought them used, and they ended up costing me, this is amazing, they cost me less than what I actually ended up selling the stock wheels and tires for. It's great. I was extremely happy. I'm extremely happy with these wheels and tires. They drive great. They don't give me a lot of issues. If you remember, I went ahead and I swapped the backs out. I'll be swapping out the fronts here probably within the next year. It's another used set from United Tires, which I'll go ahead and link up there. But again, I'm not affiliated with them. I just happen to find them. They have great pricing and I've really enjoyed them. So yeah, this is my top 7 best lift mods that you can get for the 2022 Toyota Tacoma in Blue Crush. So hey, if you guys like that content, please go ahead and drop a like down below. If you have any questions or comments, please go ahead and drop it down below as well. And if you're not subscribed and you come here all the time, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button. It is free and it really helps me out. It allows me to go ahead and do fun things like this. I have so many more things set up for the truck that I want to go ahead and show you and walk you through how they're done. And with your support, I can go ahead and get a lot of those things done and have a fantastic weekend. Take it easy.